This tour is quickly becoming showing Cody around Europe. This is like...
Listen, that's not a bad thing, and it's okay.
It's not a bad thing. Basically, we're taking the RS4 today to go to the Loh Collection, Nationales Automuseum. But before we do, we've come past Shmuseum because this is the famous YouTube corner, and there's currently a track day on, and it's a bit full. Close. There we go. We're gonna go take a look. I haven't actually stopped at this side for ages. I should probably have clicked this on you, so you can be part of the conversation today.
Thank you.
You're in, right. Party night? No party night, okay. It is quite fun here. You know, I don't think I've come and stood outside the Nordschleife on this side for 2 years? Maybe, something like that?
I don't know.
You're silent behind the camera. These microphones are impressively good if we're standing that close. But anyway, normally we see it from there, and you don't realize when you're driving there how steeply it comes down the hill.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yes.
Perfect day.
This
weather
is unreal.
incredible. And look how many people are just like chilling and watching. So today is Drive Nürburgring track day, something like that. Lots of Porsches. We're just gonna enjoy taking in some of the action. And then we'll take the RS4 to the Loh Collection. And then, God, they even have food here. Could have had lunch in the sunshine.
Yeah, we could have just sat here.
We missed a trick there.
No, gift shop. Had to go to the gift shop.
We went to the gift shop.
Yeah.
We took the tourists to all the gift shops. It is kind of cool.
Kind of? This is awesome.
So this, obviously, as everyone kind of knows, is my tedious link to the layout of the floor painting in the barn.
Gotcha.
You come in the shutter with a gentle left.
Yep.
Then you have an immediate short right, then a short straight, and then the kind of right to the end wall at the far end.
Gotcha.
So my original idea had been to take a photo of like that view and make it a mural on the end.
Oh, that would have been so sick.
But then we ended up with too many tires, too many gas pumps, too many other things that just cluttered the whole room. And
Tires for sure.
That sounds good.
Oh, good livery too.
Oh yeah, obviously yellow flag, so everybody's going to come past really slowly. Oh well. The GT3 RSs, the 992s, are so big. When that comes down the hill, isn't it so much wider than everything else?
It is. And I'm also surprised how many of them there are.
Yes.
Like there was this period where they felt really rare, and now we go to events and there are like 10 of them.
Everywhere.
I couldn't believe how many we saw yesterday. Like, I actually couldn't believe it.
It's nuts. It's nuts. Also, I do quite like the yellow flag system. The fact that it actually flashes. Massive step up. So in the past, well actually, this place in its original guise didn't have any fences or railings or anything. It was just tarmac through the woods.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day, obviously. And then the flashing flag system to at least warn you that there's something up ahead was introduced a year or two ago, so that's pretty new. It is just GT3 RS after GT3 RS. KTM. No overtaking on yellow flags. Could be a while before it's cleaned up. Did Cody see a Viper and get excited? To be fair, off camera, about a minute ago, you were like, wouldn't it have been so cool to see the Viper ACR go?
Yeah, that was weird. I think I called that. That is crazy.
And then a Viper comes down the hill and you're like, yep, getting it.
Can you try with the Aston Martin Vulcan?
Yeah, we just...
Comes down, next car. I would get on a plane. Honestly, I'd be like, okay,
Vulcan,
you know what?
If
That's cool.
just...
I would cut the money spending short and it'd be fine. I'm good. We can go home. If I saw a Vulcan coming down the ring, I think I'd probably just fall over. Everyone here would need to call the ambulance.
There's a red flag. Red flag means nothing's going to happen for half an hour or something.
Gotcha.
And you probably want to go see the Loh Collection.
I definitely want to
I want to go see the Loh Collection. I think they have some new exhibits since we were there. We were there, what, a year ago? Bit over a year ago?
A bit over a year ago, yeah.
Crazy. So I'm going to be driving in the, well, we're all going to be driving, I hope, in the RS4.
Hopefully.
Again in the yellow car.
Yes, we seem to bring yellow cars. Brad is Mr. Edit Man.
Hello.
How you doing, Mr. Edit Man?
Very good. I got a cool view.
Do you know what?
Oh my god, a Vulcan!
That's not funny.
The wing is about as big.
That's not funny. I looked up so fast.
I saw everyone freak out then.
Your office with a view.
Yeah, I'm burning though. It's so warm.
Yeah, we'll get the. No, is the engine on?
No, didn't turn it on.
Oh, sorry.
But other than that, it's great. It's a good view.
I'm sorry. I need to figure out where to put my bag. Can I squeeze this in here somewhere? We've got all the stuff with us, which I'm sorry is a bit stressful. The man with all the camera gear.
All the camera gear, all the
It's all right.
schmooze, all the stickers, all the gifts,
All the everything.
everything.
Another GT3 RS. So, about half the cars that come round.
Red.
Yeah, that was why we came back to the car.
Oh, okay.
We were like, not gonna hang around for who knows. That is a really cool view to sit and work from.
Yeah.
Which other car? Brad would like some AC.
I'm convinced everybody here has a 3RS, and if you don't have a 3RS, you have some sort of BMW M3 or M4.
Correct.
Basically,
That's how it works.
Nürburgring
And if
life.
you really don't want one of them, you get a GT Black Series.
Yes, yes. You don't-
Now, if you want to be faster than all of them, you get a GT Black Series.
Ooh, GT3 RS.
Okay,
Another
let's
one.
play a game. What is the next car we're going to see come around the corner?
One of the next two will be a GT3 RS.
Sesto Elemento.
Okay.
Do you know what? That might be the end of the red flag session, and now nothing else is coming.
Yeah, that was the last car.
Maybe it's
So-
a recovery truck.
If it's down to what will be the next car when it opens again, that'll be a GT3 RS. That'll
I'm
be
gonna
a
say
QB.
E46 M3. That's my actual
E46
guess.
M3.
Not a Sesto.
Well, yeah, there might be nothing.
I'm not surprised that it's not a Sesto.
Listen, I came overseas to see a few things, and a Sesto is one of them.
Let's try and find you a Sesto.
I hope.
Or we
fine.
just go to the Lamborghini Museum.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't
I mean,
count.
that Sesto kind of counts, but the Veneno there doesn't count.
Okay.
No
Okay.
cool headlights.
Right, I'm gonna put the phone down and start driving. No, that's to a petrol station.
We're so local. Yeah, that's to get fuel because we have 0.
Zero!
20 kilometres.
Yeah, okay, not good.
Cody wants to see a Beetle.
Cody wants to see a Beetle. We're going up here to see a Beetle.
Who has the other mic?
Listen,
Cody.
I have it on.
Oh, Cody.
My voice, not yours. I'll explain how cool this
no,
car
I
is.
Everyone's
mean, look,
looking.
even they're looking.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that guy. He's properly checking out the Beetle.
Exactly.
True.
No, they're checking out that color on the Tesla.
that's
Dude, that
pretty
thing
cool.
is sick. And it's yellow. You should offer.
Tim has a bad track record with yellow cars.
They generally, recently, are causing trouble. But they do colour match AA breakdown trucks. So it could be worse.
But you don't really want to end up on the back of one.
There is a thing about colour matching trucks here.
Well, here you need orange for lens.
Yes. No orange cars at the Nürburgring, please. Doesn't end well. So, first stop, petrol station. Second stop is Loh Collection, Nationales
I
Automuseum.
am excited for this place.
You've not been, you've seen the video,
No,
you've
but I
edited the video.
What? That was interesting. Truck didn't want to slow down on the hill. Neither did that one.
I don't actually blame them. What is going on?
Everyone's angry today. Are you angry?
I'm actually probably surprisingly calm.
Are you angry?
I was angry this morning.
Are you angry?
No, because I ate Subway.
Okay.
Not sponsored.
Subway Eat Fresh. Thoughts to come on the driving of this later.
Yeah. What were we even chatting about?
I don't know, we're going to petrol.
I've edited the videos of Loh Collection and I'm very jealous I haven't been yet.
Today is the day. Just enjoying things.
Just enjoying the Audi. How are you finding it?
So far, so I can't even speak anymore. Actually quite enjoyable for a drive like this. It has a lot of character.
Lots of
Like
like
this.
burbles and pops,
Yeah.
which for a brand new car is quite rare nowadays.
We're in dynamic. There is a couple of things. The steering, all electric steering's a bit weird. And the sound gets really weird as well. If you like lift off at about 3,000 RPM, it has this really constant,
Oh, you're like
whiny kind of noise.
almost like a drone, but not really a drone.
It's a strange noise. Anyway, we're on some nice roads. We are showing Cody the lovely middle of nowhere kind of countryside. Obviously, Puppy and I have been here before. You have not been here before.
Not to this area, but I've been to the German countryside, which is always nice.
It's also quite fast.
This is really fast, actually. Like, it gets a good old move on. Oh, I see a sign.
We are kind of in the right place, hopefully this time. Where do we go?
That sign
It's
says we're not in the right
literally
place, but we're going in a different way, right?
We've been invited to go in this entrance. The main entrance where I certainly went last time was kind of around the back. They have offered us to come in here.
Oh, look.
Oh, there we go.
Opel VX220.
You know you're in the right place when there's a Bugatti sign creeping over
Oh yeah, I
the
don't
top.
know if we saw that. This is cool.
Do we go straight in here, or do we go in? Maybe we park here.
Well, the gate's open.
Oh, the gate is open. Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Ooh. Clearly, there's a rally or event of sorts.
This
Dino.
is
Right there.
What is this?
Is Dino's at a 507 next to the Dino?
I don't know. What is this place? Oh look, you can see the RS4 in the reflection on the doors.
Very soon TDF.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh look, we're being waved on the right.
That's a cool mixture of cars.
Well, that's expensive, that BMW. Wait, there's
Wow, wow. How are you?
Ah, you made it.
Fantastic
Great
to see you again.
Hi.
Everything well?
Everything great, and you?
We've clearly arrived on a day you have a tour or a rally or
Oh,
something.
we always have tours and rallies, so
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Where should we park? Where's?
right in front of the white wall.
Yeah,
there
just
next
here.
to the
Perfect. Perfect. Can do. Thank you. Very cool. I'm going
This
to
is-
reverse.
already insane. And we're like outside in the courtyard.
Yeah, I mean, just get ready for the most incredible collection that you could ever imagine visiting. How are you doing?
Fine, and you?
Very good. Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Likewise. We've yeah, got the bright yellow Audi today. Brad
Hi,
How you doing?
Toby, hi,
Good to
nice
meet
to meet you.
Hi, Florian.
Brad, good to meet you.
Nice to see you.
and this is Cody.
Toby, pleasure.
Hi, Florian,
Nice to meet you.
To see you.
Toby,
Pleasure.
Of course, you met Anna last time we came.
Hi.
We are all very, very excited, by the way. Well, obviously,
I mean-
Tim's been here, so he knows what he's in store for. I've edited the video, so I know what I'm in store for. But
Did we talk about it? I recently did a video talking about the greatest car collections
Yes,
I've
of
ever
course,
visited,
yeah.
and of course,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I've never been as blown away as when I came here.
Cool.
Like this is, and you've
It's,
edited all the clips together.
seen it.
It's a
I've seen
pleasure
it.
to welcome you again.
It's a great honor for us to be number one on your list. That's,
I think this man is very, very excited as well.
So
okay.
Cody's over from the US. Shot many of my cars over there, and lots of friends' cars, and very into all of this stuff. And
Lean customs pin.
Yep, lean customs. I collect them. I have almost every single one he's ever made.
We have a few specials that are only available here, so maybe.
Looks like I'll have to go. I'm a pin guy,
We'll
so.
just show you the shop then.
Vantage GT3.
Yes. So yeah, it's a real race car, and this is our latest project, together with AVD, the German Automobile
Yep.
Club, and with RTL, German Television. They do a charity project to help children, and they've been doing that for 30 years, where you can donate for
Yeah.
the children. And in that case, the project started a few weeks ago, and as soon as you donate 30 euros, your name will be on the car.
Oh, okay.
And it goes all year long until early December, late November, and then the car will be in the museum with all the names on
Okay.
of the different donors on it, and in between. It will go to the Nürburgring 24 hours. I was
gonna say, it's a race, so it'll be-
different events
cool.
to promote the project.
Yeah.
And the design has been done by JP.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
it's a close collaboration.
How come the F12 TDF is outside?
Well, it was in the special exhibition,
Yeah.
so we opened a second hall for the special exhibition with the Ferraris, and now the Ferrari exhibition is over, and we had to put some cars around here, and we placed the TDF outside.
Casual
So-
TDF. Why
Casual
not?
TDF,
Why not?
yes.
Eh? If you've got a TDF lying around, might as well put it on show.
People like it.
For sure, we all do. I love that there's a Ferrari car. There's the HP Compact livery, which we obviously know very well.
Oh yes, because that was what was one of the layers.
Kind of underneath, yeah. On my,
This place is incredible already.
I mean, just look around this room right now.
Look around. What is this? Can we say that?
I think you should hold this one.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, so new special exhibition. So you saw the Ferraris last
Yeah.
time. We have a couple of Ferraris in here as well. But we changed this complete exhibition, and we're starting with a really, really early car. So from 1903, this is a Napier, and this raced in the Gordon Bennett race. So
Okay.
Gordon Bennett, he was a guy from America who thought it's a good idea to just like let people racing.
Yeah.
So each country just got 3 entries. So
Oh,
Napier,
okay, yeah,
so the
yeah.
UK entered
Yeah.
3 cars, the German entered 3 cars, and the winner hosts the next race.
Okay.
So Napier won in 1903. Mercedes won in 1903.
Yeah.
So the next race was in Germany in
Okay.
1904.
Yeah.
and that took part near Frankfurt, so nearby.
Yeah.
And this was more or less the first race in Germany. And that's why this car, who was supposed to enter the Gordon Bennett race in 1904, is here. And this is the start of our exhibition.
Just looking around this room right now.
Where's Cody gone?
Dude,
Any thoughts?
unbelievable. Like the coolest place I've ever been. Everything about this place is unbelievable.
And you haven't seen it all yet.
I know, we've
We're
just the start. It's
25
just the
steps
start.
into this place
You
and I'm
haven't
already
seen
don't
the
know where to
gift shop
look. Yeah, the gift shop. We should just go straight there, honestly, if I'm being honest.
wow.
I
So
love
this is the start of motor racing.
Yeah.
Then we have a car from 1913, which is an Opel Grand Prix car. And over here, it's a bit more interesting.
I was going to say, we're walking past walking past a lot of history here.
Great history, like the W25. So this was the golden era of Grand Prix racing in the 30s.
So, okay, this was Caracciolla's first championship car.
Yes.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
that's on
the-
the type.
Yeah.
The W25 was the car where they scrubbed the paint off.
Yeah.
So that's
The Silver Arrows were born.
Yes.
the birth of the Silver Arrows.
So it's the Type 35. And this was built in 1928. But the greatest success for this car was in 29.
Yeah.
Because this car won the very first Monaco Grand Prix.
This one.
This one.
This one, not this type. This
No,
car.
no, not this type. This actual car.
Wow.
And it was driven by Grover Williams, who was a British racing driver. So the car was then in green. So, and if you have a look on the bonnet over there, so
Maybe.
we just step up here. So you can see the car was painted in blue in 1928, then was repainted in green
Yeah.
for the Monaco Grand Prix 29, and then was repainted a couple of times. So we have 7 or 8 layers on the car with different paint.
Yeah.
And you can see it all over, like red. We have some white spots. We have a lighter blue there. And then in the 50s, the final layer coat, the light blue, came on the car.
So is there any temptation ever to restore something like this? This has to stay.
That has
Only
to stay
original
like
ones. You
The
can't-
history
you
is-
shouldn't touch it. Yeah,
Yeah.
better not.
Because obviously some people have different perspectives, right? Some
Yeah,
people
but-
want everything to be immaculate, but then
Luckily, nobody ever restored it. Maybe
Yeah.
because one of the previous owner couldn't afford it to restore it. But that's as lucky as you can get to have it in that condition and to
because
be
it's
able-
been kept original, it has to
Exactly.
forever be kept
And
original.
Yeah, and it's still in pretty good condition, right? So there's
A
no
little
need to
patina
restore
here
it.
and there, you know.
Yeah, but patina's nice, right?
it has a nice patina.
It's almost 100 years old.
Are you saying you would restore it?
No, I wouldn't.
Good.
I wouldn't at all. But I wanted to ask the question because I know some people will be wondering that. Like, would you or wouldn't you?
And have you seen the small car next to it?
Original baby Bugatti?
That's an original baby Bugatti. Yeah. So Ronald Bugatti, the youngest son of Ettore, got one of those for his 5th birthday.
Okay.
And then he was forced to drive through the company when guests arrive. And obviously,
It's quite funny, the son just driving through the car.
just through the factory, and obviously the guests saw the little Bugatti and they wanted. So he built like 400 of the small little baby Bugattis, and they raced against each other on the weekend when the daddies raced the big cars. The children raced the small cars in the
so
velodromes.
And they've become immensely collectible as well.
Yeah.
They've become very, very valuable.
I
for
would love one of
effectively-
those.
Yeah. Effectively, I mean, a kid's toy car, that's doing it a disservice, but for that type of product, it's amazing how much interest there is in collecting them and owning them.
And it's a real Bugatti, so
Yes, true.
Over here,
Oh, the Bimotore.
we have the only existing original Bimotore.
Did you know there was a car with an engine in the front and an engine in the back?
I have never seen this.
Basically, Enzo Ferrari's first own construction.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the team manager of the Alfa Romeo racing team, so Scuderia Ferrari, and he had to think about something how to beat the Silver Arrows. So he thought 2 engines might be better than one. The problem is if you carry 2 engines, you carry twice the weight, and
Yeah.
you have to carry twice the load of fuel. So on tracks like the Avus in Berlin with long straights, it was a great idea.
Yeah.
But on twisty straights like the Nürburgring or so, it was not. So
But Enzo's philosophy was often put in a bigger engine and make more power.
Exactly.
Like, right? It's
And 12 cylinders.
yeah, it's done quite well up till.
but
For him then later on,
this car had a top speed of 364 kilometers per hour.
which is
the
256
1930s.
miles or something.
Wow.
It's
I mean,
quite
that's
quick.
like it's Bugatti Chiron fast.
Yes.
Well, Veyron fast for sure.
A long time ago.
In 1935.
almost
So
100 years ago.
Cazio Nuvolari, he set a record
Yeah,
at that time.
it was the fastest car in the world, wasn't it? Yeah.
Didn't last very long, but
until
Until
the silver
Caracciola,
race came,
yeah. And then Mercedes and the records and the fateful day and
Yes.
setting the record, but then yeah. So the Auto Union, yeah.
So we have the Auto Union to our right. This is the last original Auto Union Type D in existence. And we scraped off the color to see which parts of the body is still original.
Okay.
And you can see the darker gray areas
Yeah,
around
yeah.
the,
you can go closer.
you can
Around
go-
the cockpit.
Around the cockpit, which is also original because they just use different materials to stiffen
Okay.
up the body.
Yeah.
So this is, except the front hood, a very, very original car.
Okay.
I like the seat, the chair.
It looks like a chair out of a living room.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's quite comfy.
Yeah.
It's quite comfy.
Very straight back.
Yeah.
I mean, even this. Same thing.
Just the style back then. So this car, this is obviously fairly restored.
This is so we have the nose over there,
Okay,
which
that's
is
the
the
original,
original
yeah.
nose of. So this car raced in Indianapolis
Okay.
4 times, and this is one of the original noses from the Indianapolis race. Wow. Yeah. But obviously fully restored.
There's a lot to think about. I mean, obviously I love the modern Mercedes and AMG cars, and if it wasn't for something like this and the history of these things from back then, you wouldn't have the company as it is today, and Ferrari as well. I think it's one of the most important things that I think is often forgotten, is that without all of this history, the modern cars that we love and get obsessed about now, they wouldn't exist.
No.
It's
Yeah.
because of this. It's because of that Bugatti in these Mercedes and that Alfa/Scuderia Ferrari. Like it just blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind.
This would be the next proper car. Juan Manuel Fangio,
Of course.
5 world championships.
Yep.
And with this car, he won the Nürburgring Grand Prix in 1957 against Collins and Hawthorne in the actually superior Ferraris.
Yeah.
The Ferraris had no need to make a pit stop. So, because they didn't need to change tires, they were
Yeah.
better to the tires. And so the Maserati team with Fangio thought they put in less fuel as they have to make a pit stop anyway to change tires.
Okay.
And then Fangio drove the race of his life and beat Hawthorne and Collins to win the Nürburgring Grand Prix and to win his 5th championship.
Incredible.
And this is the original car.
Yeah. I like that. The original. The
Not
original.
just, oh my god, it's
No,
the
it's just
car.
like it's not like a car
Yeah.
from this period or 250F. It's the car.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be a very common theme.
The history in this, the history in this
car.
room.
You're gonna hear that again, yeah?
You're going to hear that again right here.
Here?
I know a little bit
Well,
from
coming from one great champion to the next, this obviously Ayrton Senna's car,
yeah.
and this is the car that he won the Monaco Grand Prix in 1989, when he had to make up for the embarrassing crash in the Monaco Grand Prix in 1988 when he led Prost by more than 30 seconds.
I just saw Cody shaking his head.
And yeah, so this is
That's
the
amazing.
original plus a signed helmet.
Yeah. That's probably the most iconic motorsport helmet ever.
I actually don't really know what to
You
say.
know, obviously we're here only a couple of days, obviously after the anniversary of his passing.
Just yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. Quite. Yeah. Quite something. to Think about.
What is this place? What is this place?
Senna, Schumacher.
Schumacher. So next.
Yeah, Fangio, Senna, Schumacher, Hamilton, Lauda, Hunt.
Hunt.
So they're all here.
Like those names.
rewind.
Yeah, those names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next car, so this is the 2004 Michael Schumacher car.
Okay,
And this
which of his championships was that?
The last one, so the 7th.
Yeah.
So this is by far the most successful Ferrari Formula 1 chassis in the world.
Yeah.
So this actual car entered 11 races and won 8 of them.
Wow.
So there is no chassis
Wow.
with more victories than this car.
Than this car. If it came to a Schumacher car, and you know, for many people, certainly of my generation, obviously Schumacher is who we grew up watching, and
Not even that. 18 races, 18 podiums.
Yes.
oh,
So
okay, yeah.
the most dominant, I think, season since then, since
Yeah.
Hamilton came then.
Yeah, and obviously
And Max.
Red Bulls,
And Max.
the RB19 went and smashed every record again.
Yeah.
So, which Lewis?
So this is
we are.
2019. He won the Monaco Grand Prix in it, and you can see the red halo for Nicky.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So I think you just raced one race with the red halo.
Yeah.
And this is the actual car he raced in with the Hamilton. But that's on loan. That's not ours.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Because you can't get new Formula 1 cars.
Yeah.
Because of all the hybrid
Yes.
stuff in
So,
it.
so is that directly with Mercedes?
Yes.
They
Yeah.
provide the cars for this exhibit,
Yeah.
if possible.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Because obviously these things are normally kept under lock and key, and
Correct.
nobody ever gets to see them again.
But they trust us, so
Yeah.
we got so lucky to get some cars from them. And
For sure.
The Louis car is by far one of the most outstanding cars.
Just casually, Lauder and Hunt.
Well,
Yeah,
they go well together, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
What an era.
Yeah, this is Niki Lauda's very first Ferrari. So when he came to the Scuderia Ferrari, still being a young talent, he raced this car in 1974, and he did 4 podiums with it.
Do you know what makes it quite fun for me? Just 2 days ago, we were at the Silverstone Museum with his 1973 BRM. So the car he scored his first
Well,
points with before Enzo poached him
Yeah.
to drive this one the next year. That's quite fun.
That's funny, yeah? That's cool. Yeah, well, and then the big success story began, and they won the championships in 75, 77, and came very close to winning in 76.
Yeah,
But in 76, this guy
That guy.
took the championship,
that guy got in the way.
James Hunt, and as he won the last race in the rain, the car properly sits on rain tires.
Oh, yeah, nice touch. Nice touch.
And this is also the actual car which was used in the movie.
Oh, okay. So they used the actual one rather
They
than.
used the actual car.
So that kind of surprises me almost, because you kind of think
Well,
that
not
maybe.
for all the racing scenes.
Yes, but
have it,
certainly.
but it was used. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Sometimes it's the race car that makes the history,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's the driver that makes history, and sometimes they go together.
Yeah.
And in 1935, the auto unions or the Mercedes Silver Arrows were supposed to win the German Grand Prix at the Nürburgring.
I see the diorama here.
But then something unforeseeable happened, because Tazio Nuvolari drove the race of his life, and he beat the Silver Arrows on track with the old Alfa P3. And funny thing is, the Germans didn't even have the Italian anthem to play for the winners ceremony.
Because it just was such an outside.
The auto unions rented the Nürburgring Nordschleife track for 2 weeks prior to the race.
Okay.
To just test.
Yeah.
And there were
wow.
9 Silver Arrows. So if nothing would have gone wrong, this car was supposed to finish 10th, the best.
Yeah.
But he beat them on track. And
Wow.
So, but the funny story doesn't end here, because Tazio Nuvolari, as some sort of lucky charm, carried a record with the Italian anthem. So he didn't only win the race, but he was able to help out with the national anthem
Here you
for the
go.
ceremony as well.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Yeah.
Great. I love those stories. These stories often get lost in time, right?
Yeah.
So it's wonderful that you're keeping them alive with.
Yeah, it's, to look at the car is very nice, but to hear the story and to actually relive that time makes it so special.
Yeah, completely. It's just the start.
So we opened that room as a new exhibition space
Yes.
at the end of the Ferrari exhibition.
Okay, because the last time it was
Added a few
private storage
Ferraris.
and
Yep. And now with all we have a few more Grand Prix cars than we had Ferraris in the Ferrari exhibition. So made sense to open a second room.
Yeah. So just one car. So this is the last Michael Schumacher car, which is a Mercedes.
yeah, the far one.
There, the 2012 car.
When they came back.
Yeah, when he came back.
I mean,
Two seasons, I guess. Yeah.
throw out drivers. Whose cars are we looking at here?
Mika Häkkinen.
It's a Häkkinen car.
This is the 99 World Championship car. Then we have the 2000 car, which is down there,
Okay.
which is a World Champion car. This is Kimi's 2007 World Championship car. Only 5 wins, so
Only, yeah.
only 5 wins.
This is the actual car that he crossed the line with in Brazil
Okay.
to take the championship,
Yeah.
which was one of the closest fought championships in the history of Formula One. And he beat Alonso and Hamilton by 1 point.
Yeah, I remember.
And
It was an exciting season.
Massa basically gave him the victory because Massa was in the lead and he let Raikkonen by. So there was a Ferrari 1-2 and Massa let him win in front of his home crowd.
And last championship for Ferrari.
True.
Still, in almost 20
Still
years
now,
ago.
yeah. That's quite crazy to think.
Yeah.
17th at some point, I'm sure. Come on, Lewis.
Maybe, yeah. So welcome to the main exhibition.
This is the main story.
Yeah.
Goes through in time.
I literally don't know how to explain anything about what we're seeing.
There's a lot that's about to need to be taken in very quickly.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Like the lighting and the showcase.
Yeah. So the oldest cars in the collection are based here. To my left we have the Benz Victoria, which was built in 1895. So basically it's quite old. And
Just a little
we
bit.
are just a little bit, yeah. And we are the third owner of the car. So
Okay.
it was in the family of Mr. Benz.
Yeah.
And then they gifted this car to the Henry Ford Museum, and we bought it from the Henry Ford Museum.
Okay.
And it's still in complete original condition. So it's the oldest car in the collection, and it's the most, unrestored
Original.
and
So special.
car. Yeah. And next to it we have the Lohner Electric. So Lohner was an Austrian company, and they started to build lorries and trucks and buses with electric wheel hubs. And the inventor of the electric wheel hub was Ferdinand Porsche.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he invented basically the electric car for Lohner. And then this car, obviously a fire truck, was converted to a hybrid in 1927. So it's not only one of the first electric cars in the world, it's also one of the first hybrid cars in the world. And it's
This is how old? 1906.
1906, and then was converted in 1927 to hybrid.
Still 100 years ago.
Still 100 years ago.
Isn't it it's also amazing to think that Ferdinand Porsche was basically leading the charge of electric cars. You
Yeah.
see that as well at the Porsche Museum. You just don't. We think of electric cars as new.
Yeah,
And
so
forget
it's like
that
a
actually,
Tesla thing or something.
actually they came before.
Before petrol. Then we have pre-war section in here, like the SSK, which is one of 3 cars certified by Mercedes. So this is a very, very original one of the 33 examples.
Fantastically valuable.
Yes.
That was the fire truck car that was
Oh, yes.
for the
Yeah,
prohibition.
That's
Yeah.
the Duesenberg.
This is a fun story.
That's a fun story. So the Duesenberg, the brothers Duesenberg, they were Germans, and they had a dream to build the most expensive cars in the world. So the Duesenbergs, they were called the 20 grand car. So $20,000,
Yeah.
which doesn't sound very expensive. But in 1929, a usual, just like a normal worker, they just earned $400 per year. So 20 grand is quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
So this car belonged to George Whittle Jr. He had all the grounds around the Lake Tahoe. So he owned literally everything around the Lake Tahoe. and he owned 6 Duesenbergs in total. And he, during the Prohibition, just like spent some money for the local fire department, just to get the honorary fire chief of the Lake Tahoe. And he put some sirens and red lights on the car as a fire chief. And rumor says that there was a fire around Lake Tahoe every day because he rushed by with the siren on and the lights on. And he smuggled some alcohol in his just like bottles next to the car where just like fuel, oil and water is. So this is a quite fun story. And he had electric lighters in there for his cigarettes. So he was like really a self-made guy.
It's a good story.
Pay some money, become the chief of the fire, and then be able to
Do whatever you want.
carry your alcohol around with you.
Wow.
Nothing looks real. Like it's so perfect. Everything in here is literally perfect.
So this is an old facility. So we try to keep everything as original as possible. We had to renew some walls and stuff like that, but we just like repainted everything to look like as it was in the 20s and 30s. Just the floor is new, obviously, but the rest, the cinema is completely original.
Are we in a dream or something? Are we awake?
Yeah, something like that.
Cody, pinch me.
Let me keep going.
Maybe just this car, because this is quite special. This is a Bucciali.
Okay.
You know Bucciali?
No.
One of the most famous car companies in the late 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
They built 6 cars in total. So very successful, obviously.
Sounds it.
They just showed their inventions in cars. So this is one of the first cars with front-wheel drive. So it's a 12-cylinder engine with front-wheel drive.
Front-wheel drive, 12 cylindry.
Basically.
Basically, yeah. And have a look at the
That's chunky.
Yeah.
and the form and the design. So it's just like nearly 7 meters long, but it looks like somebody chopped off the roof in the 50s.
Almost looks like
Like a hot rod.
Yeah.
But this was actually designed in the 30s. So this is the actual design, and this was designed in 1932.
That's quite cool.
That's really cool.
57C.
Yes.
I don't even know what are the bits that stand out the most.
Yeah, it's difficult.
All of it?
It's
Everything?
difficult. Yeah.
That looks like
So this is
half a Bugatti.
Half a Bugatti. Yeah, that's a Shiro chassis. So rolling chassis. This is from loan from Bugatti. So they kindly gave us the car to display.
So this is probably the same rolling chassis I actually saw at the Duo Group Day that I went to last year.
Yes,
I'd imagine.
that's the chassis.
Yeah.
But it's important to show the people how it looks underneath, just like
I mean,
a
it's
hypercar.
genuinely amazing that they allow it to be seen in so much detail underneath, because when you start taking everything in, you realize like internal components are carbon fiber, and the structure generally of the chassis, the carbon
Tub
top,
and everything, yeah.
how packaged everything is as well, right? To get like even fitting the radiators around
This you would find on the front of most like hatchbacks nowadays, right?
Yeah,
that is how big that is, and it's just there.
And that's just like one of those.
one of
Yeah.
many. There are a lot of coolers inside the car once you start really poking around it. I like that mix of the perfect finish with the
Also, the size of the air filter.
yeah
And you have
enormous.
2 of them, one left,
Yeah.
one right.
Very
Enormous
And
things.
you can see behind the car is the engine.
Yeah.
And many people ask how to fit these engines in the car.
Yeah.
Because if you have a look, just the engine is so big. It looks like a truck engine. And
Well, it
then
weighs. I mean, it's like 500 kilos or
560 kilos or something.
just for the power plant.
Yeah.
I've been very spoiled because I just had a passenger ride in the Bolide,
Yeah.
which of course was the very last car to feature
This engine.
this, the W16.
Yeah.
It's
And
literally-
it's amazing when you see how they built the rear of the car around the engine.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
it's a work of art.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
literally a work of art.
Well, people queue up to buy them from Bugatti. Collectors to have
Okay.
an engine on display because
I don't blame
it's
them.
the 16-cylinder engine
Okay.
is so iconic.
What on earth?
The engine's iconic. This room is iconic. This room has become, obviously, you've been open for about 2 years now.
2.5 years, yeah.
Yeah.
So we opened in July 2023. So this is our second full year right now. So yeah. And we had last year, roughly 85,000 visitors,
Wow.
which is not bad for the first year.
No, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And we estimate a bit more this year, hopefully.
Just looking around here, it's also amazing.
I remember this from the videos now, and like some of the B-roll and the overlay stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you've
it's
said,
it's
but now seeing it in
different.
person,
if you see it on a video or on a photo, or if you see it in real, it's completely
no, totally,
different. It's totally different.
I was shocked seeing it when editing, and now what's he saying?
He's blown away.
I was shocked seeing it.
Words can't even comprehend, like genuinely, how something like this really is. Like you have to come here to understand the magnitude of what you're looking at.
Yeah, literally.
And it's knowing that every car has a special story.
That's the
Nothing's-
craziest part about
nothing's
the
normal.
entire situation.
So we could spend hours in here just telling stories about
every
different
single
cars.
car.
Every single car, yeah.
We'll have to come back. We'll spend
I'm trying to
like
think.
24 hours in here.
I'm trying to think what's new
You have
from
to
my
do it.
last visit. The 110 is new from my last
The
visit.
110 is new, the SP1 is
Yeah.
new. What's...
The AMG 1 had just arrived, which I presume must be around the corner.
Yes, the AMG 1 is in there. Then we have an SP3 in there.
Okay.
Then we have what Florian mentioned earlier, the models, the design models
yeah.
of the Accelero over there. So the different stages and the different design ideas of the car.
So as we casually walk past,
Yeah, like-
F50, you see
And this F50 is one of two with golden wheels.
yeah, the factory, from the factory, right?
Factory golden wheels, yeah. The CLK GTR Roadster prototype. This is also the 110 prototype. The Vero is also one of the 6 prototypes. So yeah,
There's a theme here.
So,
that's a theme here. Yeah.
but this is purchased from Bugatti?
No, that's on loan.
That belongs to Bugatti. Okay.
Not to Bugatti.
a private collector.
Yeah. But the prototype, the Vero prototype is our car. The CLK is obviously our car, and we have the Coupe as well, but it's not on display at the moment.
Okay. Goodness me.
This might be one of the coolest places I've ever been.
Yeah. Well, we should talk Accelero.
Yes.
It's one of the most unusual cars, and then we'll come to the models. Actually, maybe we should be starting with the models. So, when the car was originally, I'm going to say, commissioned or suggested as an idea, that's when these were created.
Yes. So they were created with the University of Pforzheim, which is one of the most famous design universities. So it's one of 5, I would say.
Yeah.
And 5 students designed different designs for the Accelero.
Okay.
And you can see this is the Maybach Streamline car from the 30s back there.
Yeah.
And this was basically the idea behind to build something which looks similar to the old car. And this is what the students came up with.
That's actually a quite fun way of
Yeah.
doing it. I mean, a great way to get into automotive design as well.
If you have a look, you can see that's really similar in some design perspectives.
So these were the models that they designed, and then obviously then this is what the final design was.
We have the final design in the cinema because we have like René Staud, so he's a German photographer.
Okay.
He will tell because he was deeply involved in the process of the car, and he will tell later. So we have like 50 people coming in today.
Okay, well,
Oh, wow.
that's cool.
He will tell a little bit more about
Incredible.
the
So that's
design,
why
and
they're here
then-
today.
yeah, that's
And then
why.
this-
Lucky timing.
disappeared.
And this is the car, actually.
It's fun to think that was the old inspiration,
Yes.
the original
Yeah.
Maybach inspiration.
But Fulda, the tire company, they tested the tire with that streamlined car in the 30s. So that was the idea, to have like a new project which was basically a part of their history, of their pedigree.
And then just F40, 959, SP3, Enzo, AMG1.
One of the 959 prototypes. So this is the personal car of Walter Röll.
I was about to say that's Walter Röll's signature.
He got the car after developing the 959.
Okay.
And this was his personal car.
Oh wow. Wow.
It's one of the 29 S's.
Yeah.
So 100 kilo liters
Yeah.
than the actual comfort car.
I am in shock.
Yeah.
You're in shock.
Yes. No, seriously. The level of the cars and the fact that, as we said, everything has a story.
And knowing that there are some things that aren't on display right now, like
Yeah.
the CRK GTR Coupe.
Yep.
Who knows what else?
And the layout of the whole place and the originality of everything.
The racing curve through the room is just amazing.
I don't know how.
This
I don't
is
know how it could get better.
Full stop.
Like, yeah, I don't understand how like a collection could get better. Presentation, like we were just talking about it. We're like, we've seen crazy collections, right? Like for sure, everybody's seen like crazy collections. I've never seen something set up to a degree like this.
If it was these cars in just a room on a flat floor, it would be cool. But it's the fact that everything has the heritage looks, the diorama setup. It's so
The
special.
storyline.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Storyline and history.
Well, you don't think about how important that is till you see something someone that's done it. You really don't. And then when you look at it, you're like, where am I? How is this real? This isn't a movie. This is a real thing. So,
Yeah. Oh, it continues.
yeah.
So it continues. So we have the racing cars behind the racing curve. So we have NASCARs in here. This is the famous Jeff Gordon 1997 car. So he won the NASCAR championship in 1997, and that's the car for the short tracks.
It's doubly fun because I met Jeff Gordon about 2 weeks ago.
Ah, cool. Then we have
As you do.
Then we have the DTM cars down here, like the E30 M3, the famous Class 1 Mercedes 190, next to the Group A, Königspilsner Klaus Ludwig car. Yeah, and then we have a new car in here, which you haven't seen last time. This is the 2000 champion from
Ben Schneider.
Bernd Schneider.
So my first remote control car, like proper remote control car, was one of these, a CRK
cool.
DTM.
Yeah. No, it's such a cool
The like
car.
paint it yourself, paint the body mold, that kind of thing. Was one of these, the D2 livery. Everything up there is a car with a story and a victory, or
Yeah, and then we have the Pikes Peak IDR in here.
that's the IDR.
That's the IDR.
That's the Pikes Peak IDR.
You don't need to ask if it's the anything.
I know,
You
I
know it is.
know, but I'm still like that's a very unusual thing. You know, F1 cars you see quite a few of, DTM cars you see quite a few of,
Yeah.
but you don't see quite a few IDRs.
No, but because
That's not a thing.
There are not many around. So,
No.
yeah,
I also only earlier this year went out in a car with Romain Dumas for the first time
cool. Yeah.
in the Super Truck.
Yeah.
That was also good fun, quite extreme. He knows how to drive a car fast.
And then we put some of the Ferrari cars from our last special exhibition in the main exhibition.
Yeah,
And obviously we had to put the 412P in it.
yeah.
So this was the masterpiece of Enzo in the late 60s. So this car was created in 1966 for Le Mans. So this car actually raced against the Fords.
Yep.
Obviously lost the battle.
Yep. But Daytona.
But Daytona 67, so that car was sold to NART, North American Racing Team, and raced in Daytona in, I think it was February 67. And the usual racing colors for the Americans are white with a blue stripe and blue wheels.
Yeah.
But obviously the car was sold end of the year, end 66, and they didn't have enough time to repaint the car. So they just repainted the wheels in light blue,
Yeah.
because the works cars had the golden wheels on it.
Yeah.
So you can, just like on the pictures, you can see if it's a works car with
Yeah.
the golden wheels or with the blue wheels, just like a customer car.
I didn't realize that, but it makes sense why it's a different colorway.
And then the car raced again in Le Mans in 67,
Yeah.
but then in white with a blue stripe,
Okay.
because that was in June then.
Yeah. Yeah. Wowzers. And then just 212 into 250S.
Just a quick lineup of racing Ferraris, 250 short wheelbase competition. Then we have the 275. That car won in '64 the Nürburgring 1,000 kilometers.
Okay.
So very, very important car. And also Dino over there. So
Yeah.
this is the Targa Florio winner 61
Okay.
with Berger von Trips, so the famous German racing driver who unfortunately passed away a couple of weeks later then. And this is also the 1,000 kilometers of Nürburgring winner 62
Yeah.
and completely original.
it's just
Have a look
mind-boggling.
inside. It's
Yeah.
mind-blowing if you see how original the car is.
Untouched.
I'm loving this. The transporter.
Yeah.
And also this, because there's a wagon. What's the story with this?
Yeah. Why is there a Peugeot with a Scuderia Ferrari crest on the side?
So that's the service van for the Ferrari Technical.
Okay.
So they just took the car to go to the racetracks.
Yeah.
And it was a Peugeot because Enzo Ferrari liked Peugeots. So he was a big fan of Peugeots, and his personal car was a Peugeot. So obviously the racing team used Peugeot as well.
Okay.
And
That's
we
fun.
just make the funny joke that that's probably the most expensive Peugeot in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not many Peugeots have a
I'm not surprised.
Scuderia Ferrari.
Is this why when you go to Italy and you get a hire car, most of them are Peugeots?
Is that the case? I often end up with Alphas.
Oh, okay. I've seen lots of Peugeots.
Okay.
But I don't know.
There's some kind of Italian connection, affiliation, lifelong association between them.
But I think the connection was because Pininfarina also designed the Peugeots.
Okay.
And
that would
he
make sense.
designed for Ferrari as well. Maybe that was the connection.
How interesting. Yeah.
Maybe.
Cody's arriving. Come on, we've all done some shopping.
Yeah, a few pins.
Well, what did you buy?
Given where we're about to go, I'm taking my F50 to Italy.
Oh, congrats.
Mega.
Yeah. Can we just upgrade it? Can we pour some water on it and grow it into the...
Maybe next time then.
Yeah, next time.
Next time.
What else did you get?
Lego polybags. Are they still called polybags when they're paper
I
bags?
don't think so. But that's for me.
You found something.
We went
got
shopping.
everything.
We got carried away.
I bought all the pins, every single one.
Shows all the pins.
I've got one pin.
Yeah.
So anybody who's seen any of the earlier videos, Cody has the pin on his shirt, on his
My hat.
cap. Yeah,
Yes.
you collect the pins.
Yep, big
So,
pin
okay.
guy.
And you just went for everything.
I bought everything.
Thank you for hosting us. Great day. Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much for coming.
Thank you. Oops, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Nearly
Thank
did.
you, I really appreciate it. Unbelievable experience.
We nearly had a broken F50 there.
Yeah.
Luckily we don't.
Cheaper to repair though.
Right,
A lot
Just buy another.
Guys, thank you again.
definitely.
Hope to see you soon.
I'm going to just say that I recommend anybody who hasn't ever been to visit comes and visits. 'Cause
I second that.
we've only shown a snippet of things.
If you're a car person from the US too, like
Come here.
the travel.
Fly to Frankfurt.
The travel's worth it.
Visit here, visit the Nürburgring, just go everywhere.
Yeah. Fly to Frankfurt or Cologne, which is like 1 hour and 20 minutes. So
There you go.
Pretty easy.
Perfect. Right. Time to hit the road. Let's make a move.
To the Audi. You got the key?
You have the key, I hope.
I
But
do.
it should still work.
What did you do, Tim?
Well, my phone connected to the Bluetooth, right?
Oh yeah.
So obviously it cut the video. Same as it does with the M2.
But we have a startup.
What's going on here?
Close. Dorrent and Nürburgring. That's close enough.
That's close enough. Okay.
50.
That's all right.
But-
Are we going to go the correct way around the roundabout, or are we going to go the wrong way around the roundabout?
If you feel like being a rebel, then just go the wrong way.
Well, I'm just going to beeline for the exit
Beeline.
in a bumblebee-looking car.
True. What a place that is.
Everybody's mind suitably
Yes,
blown.
very much.
You can't comprehend genuinely what is there.
Fantastic.
You can't.
We've already said it, but the layout as well. It's how they're displayed.
Yeah.
It's not just cars.
You really feel like you walk into a movie. Like seriously,
Yep.
Or walk back in time, like to the era that some of those cars were around.
it was so cool.
Well, let's hit the road. Off we go.
All right, Jack. Hit the road.
Jack,
Jack.
don't come back.
No more, no more, no more.
All right.
Carpool karaoke.
Is that the end of the video?
Couple schmarioki.
Is the video done?
I mean, that could be the end of the video.
Bye guys. I'm Shmi.
Cheers.